Hello everyone, Ryan here. Now, if you've never seen Dragon Ball Z, if you've never seen an episode of Dragon Ball Z, or even if you're not familiar with the Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball franchise, then unfortunately you're probably not going to understand most of what I'm about to talk about. So, because this is a review of Dragon Ball Z Resurrection, or as it's called in Japan, Resurrection F. Now, I was a pretty big Dragon Ball Z fan, starting way back in middle school, in fact, and eventually got to the point where I became such a diehard fan that you could say I developed a bit of an unhealthy obsession with it. I don't know. Fortunately, that didn't last too long. I quickly outgrew it, just like most of us. We go through our own phases, outgrow certain things. But the basic story of Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball is the main character Goku. He comes from another planet. He's pretty much raised by this some kind of karate master or kung fu master, or I forget the correct term, but so he's raised by. Yeah, it says actually you could say it's the equivalent of, it's like the Japanese version of Superman, except with a lot more comedy, a lot more fighting, a lot more action sequences, fantasy sequences, and because it's an animated series. But so I recently saw Dragon Ball Z Resurrection, and I gotta say I was really overwhelmed by how well it was done, and just being able to see all these different characters from the series return, and that not only was that surprising to me, but at the same time made me feel pretty nostalgic, and which I like that. I like that feeling. I'm pretty sure most of us like feeling nostalgic, no matter what it is that makes us feel nostalgic. So, but Dragon Ball Z Resurrection, essentially what happens is Frieza, this really extremely bad guy from the series, who the main character Goku fought before, of course with the aid of many of his friends, and fought and killed before. This guy Frieza is brought back to life by the infamous Dragon Balls. And so he's brought back to life, also by some of his old henchmen. And he seeks revenge. He's out for revenge against Goku, because Goku is the one who defeated him. So he goes back to Earth, and this entire battle ensues. But of course, before the main battle between Goku and Frieza, there's a lot of Frieza's henchmen, something like, I believe, 1,000 or just over 1,000 henchmen. And Goku's not there because he's off training on some other planet with the other character, Vegeta. And so Goku's friends, other characters like Piccolo, Krillin, I forget the other guys' names, but Goku's friends are there, and they fight Frieza's henchmen, and they do a pretty good job of it. That scene alone, that part alone, is really great. It's really awesome, really spectacular, just to see that and that scene alone, they really hold nothing back, and unfortunately doesn't last too long, primarily because then they kill all the henchmen. Pretty much the henchmen that they don't kill, Frieza is so disappointed by his henchmen, he just completely obliterates all of the henchmen that weren't killed, but just the ones that were injured. So Frieza just obliterates all of them. So, without going into any more detail, Goku and Vegeta, they eventually show up. They confront Frieza, and thus the battle begins, and it's really interesting, really awesome battle. Uh, I can't, unfortunately, I can't go into any great detail about it without ruining any of it. But yeah, definitely, as a long time Dragon Ball Z fan, I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I recommend it to everybody, even if you're not that familiar with Dragon Ball Z. Although I do recommend you familiarize yourself with, by watching at least a couple episodes of Dragon Ball Z, just so you can familiarize yourself with just the characters and the basic story. But if not, hey, I say even if you wanted to find something that would allow you to get into the world of Japanese anime, then definitely this movie, Dragon Ball Z Resurrection. It's a good way to get into that. I think, obviously, may not be the best way, or I don't know, but no, it's a pretty awesome movie. Definitely, as you can tell, I could ramble on and on about Dragon Ball Z, and so, it's just it really holds. It has a special place for me, and I think it'll always be there. It'll always be something that I'll always gravitate back towards, which is something. We should all have something like that. So so definitely check it out. On a scale of 1 tamale to 10 tamales, I give Dragon Ball Z Resurrection, or Resurrection F, I give it a solid 8.5 tamales. That's right, 8.5 out of 10, because it's just that awesome. There's a lot of action in it, a lot of Kamehameha, and really awesome martial arts stuff like that. So definitely check it out. Rent it, stream it, and you might end up becoming a brand new Dragon Ball Z fan. You never know. So thanks for watching this review. Once again, I encourage you to visit my blog, loerareviews.wordpress.com. Also, don't be afraid to follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/loerareviews. And if you think there's a movie I should watch or review, don't be afraid to leave me a comment. Just say, hey, Ryan, check out this movie, or hey, Ryan, maybe you can review this movie. And I'll look into it, and if I can, I'll watch it, I'll review it. So, yeah, that does it for this review. Till next time, keep it real, and peace.